commentary and reaction channels can't build a consistent fan base because the art isn't coming from them, but rather a situation.
I don't necessarily fully agree, bro. I think basically, bro, all this shit comes down to how creative you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Because we're a reaction channel, but we add our own level of creativity to this shit. Ain't nobody doing no reaction like how we doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just about adding your own flavor, your own touch, your own humor. Welcome back to another video. Hope your day is going good. In today's video, man, we have the Age of Unoriginality. Now, you already know this is another video by that boy, Alex the Virgo. You know, he's saying we're in the age of unoriginality. I'm pretty sure I know where he's going with this. He's more likely speaking on how everybody is just copying everybody and not really adding nothing. Nothing got flavor no more. T-Raw, what you gotta say?
This is the social media age, so everyone is just following the trend, bro.
Let's see.
Mr. Beast is now facing backlash and has found himself in a scandal.
Mr. Beast committed a war crime on his YouTube channel.
Mr. Beast is being canceled.
Huh?
Mr. Beast has just responded to the Mr. Beast experience situation.
Mr. Beast
war
is about
crime
to get
is
cancelled
crazy
for doing this to his contestants.
I'm not even. I don't even know what that is, bro.
In this world, there are two kinds of people, those who create waves and those who ride waves. And a lot of you artists are wave riders. People wonder why they can't get a break, why nobody resonates with their art. And when you go and look into their art, it's a couple tweaks and steps away from somebody else's art. For anybody that wants to be successful in anything in life, and more importantly, stay successful in that thing, you need to consistently add value that only you can add. Look at the greatest athletes, actors, rappers, singers, lawyers, and
eBay was already out.
What is one thing that they all have in common? Their uniqueness and intrinsic value that only they can produce on a consistent quality. And funny enough, those same people, you can be so great that your art can inspire others to the point where they get lost in the sauce, or in a sense stuck or trapped in that period. A perfect example, Michael Jackson impersonators.
Kind of fell into my lap in a way.
Yeah, this is such a waste of talent. I mean, come on, boy, you got the...
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not one to hate on others' arts or admiration of people, like, you know, the whole Glaze thing. But it gets to a point where we have to draw between what is art and what is just straight plagiarism. If he tried to, like, I mean, that's literally one of the first
do
things
some Michael Jackson, but bring it to modern age.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay?
He would stand out.
I understand it to a degree. You know that a person can inspire you so much to the point that you want to be just like them. But there gets to a point that when copying others is really just a disservice to yourself and those around you. You ever heard of the quote, imitation is suicide? All of these guys are impersonating the king of pop, failing to realize their own potential. Because how can you become the greatest you if you're trying to become somebody else your whole life? Look at how talented some of these guys are, dancing wise, singing wise, acting wise. For all we know, they could be the next big performer, but they'll never find that out if they keep trying to be Michael Jackson. It's okay to admire, it's not okay to obsess. Because there's nothing wrong with paying homage to an artist and their work that may have inspired you. But if you're gonna do that, at least put your own little spin to it. Like, a person who did this well was Duke Dennis. And before I get into that point, here's something to keep in mind. Overall carries himself to create the persona Future, because that's not a real person. To keep in mind about looking up to people. Anytime you feel outmatched, outclassed, or feel like you're the only one, for every bully that bullies people, there is a bigger, stronger bully that will bully them. For every cool person you look up to and want to be like, there's a cool person that person looks up to and wants to be like. Because although Duke Dennis is creating ways for us as the youth, he actually got his aesthetic and overall nonchalant persona from Future. When Duke was coming up and living in the trenches trying to figure out life, and eventually the whole YouTube thing, just like we studied him, how he dressed, how he talked, and how we could add these things to our own arsenals and public persona. 10 years ago, he was doing the same thing. He was studying Future. How little he talks, how he dresses, how he makes music, and how he overall carries his swag
and revamped.
Because that's not a real person, but rather a brand that you can sell to fans. So Duke, who started out completely different from that, took no notes and added those on to create his own persona of Duke Dennis. And see, that's a good way of paying homage to somebody you look up to. He didn't steal the exact image of Future, and he created his own from that was obviously heavily inspired by Future, which thus sparked one of the greatest content creators of our generation. Cause see, I'm not denying the fact that some of the best art and people are inspired by others and other great art. But when it's blatantly mimicked, especially for money, is when it starts to get old and played out. Like movies, for instance.
Chicken jockey.
The Minecraft movie, the SpongeBob movie remakes, the Sonic movie remakes, Toy Story 5 as if Toy Story 4 wasn't bad enough, Shrek 5 as if there was even a Shrek 4. If there was, it was so bad I didn't even remember. Everything is remakes these days, or it's built off an already established plot or series. At least the ones that get most of the financial backing.
You do got some that come
like
close.
Seriously, when is the last time you went to movie theaters and saw a good original concept?
It's arguable
I'm not
which
even
one
gonna
is the
lie.
best.
I just saw Sinners and
He said the Friday.
Yeah.
At the time before Sinners came out, and it had probably been a couple months to a couple years. It's like people see something that works one time, then they just run it into the ground. So all the Hollywood executives out there, we do not need another Fast and Furious.
What?
We had enough of Dom Toretto. We've seen enough Dwayne Steroids Rock Johnson. We're good. Please stop making those movies. It's no different than commentary and reaction channels.
But they gotta make one
and
that's
Mr.
gonna
Beast
end it
situation.
all.
But I want y'all to notice how those taking this instant gratification of success and validation are losing it just as quickly are they getting it. Commentary and reaction channels can't build a consistent fan base because the art isn't coming from them, but rather a situation. The same goes for...
Okay. I just want to comment on that part because, man, I don't necessarily fully agree, bro. I think basically, bro, all this shit comes down to how creative you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Because we're a reaction channel, but we add our own level of creativity to this shit. Ain't nobody doing no reaction like how we doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just about adding your own flavor, your own touch, your own humor. Like, I feel like we're funny ass niggas and we chill. We kind of see this shit for what it is because we come from a whole different generation. Feel me? Excuse the noise in the background. But you know, it is what it is, man. I just think that you just gotta add your own flavor and revamp things. You know, make people like, whoa, yo, this look different. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just be like, oh, yeah. This is just more of the same.
Yeah.
A lot of niches when people try to build off the nostalgia or the foundation already set by another person's hard work. I wish I could say the same for music, but that would be far from the truth. Like, let's look at the #1 song on the Billboard right now. Luther by Kendrick Lamar, a sample of a 90s artist named Luther Vandross, which I'm not even gonna lie, this sample is a good example of using samples from the past and turning it into a completely different thing because the vocals are transitioned perfectly with their voices intertwined. But I can't say the same for a lot of other music and a lot of other artists. Musical artists are so scared to try out original pieces that they are taking advantage of others' nostalgia and already built foundations to get quick listeners. I think about the trendiest songs and sounds on TikTok that people dance to and make memes to. They more times than not are decade-old songs.
We get watered down to the grandma start doing it.
Somebody either sampling those decade songs or just straight up remixing them into a Jersey club bounce. Even in the essence of how people produce these dances and jokes for these TikToks is very plagiaristic. Whatever sound is going viral under whatever caption, you can find millions of other people dogpiling, copying that exact same caption, exact same TikTok, word for word, bar for bar.
That old school black. But you know where this comes from though, bro? This comes from niggas
half of the problem,
just
like I've been explaining, is because people
like they
are
can
lazy
do it a
and
little
don't
bit
want to
better.
try anymore. But the other half of the problem is you. Yes, you, the viewer, because they only sell to you what you will buy. If people collectively said we don't want junk food anymore, we don't want a goon anymore, we want real genuine food and real human connections, fast food websites and websites would shut down within a day. But the fact of the matter is they know there's always hundreds of thousands of people who want to stuff their face with a biggie bag and goon. We as the viewers and artists have to stop settling for this mediocre copy-paste art and start demanding and expecting more from each other. And if our demands aren't met, we need to find other art to consume and enjoy. So please support artists that are shining their unique lights. Let's turn on these lights so all the cockroaches can scurry away and let those who deserve it rise to the top. Appreciate all the support. Make sure you guys go check out the playlist where you can see, you know, all my videos chronological order where the lessons build upon each other. And please go check out my Instagram and my Twitch. About to start streaming very soon, and I just post random-ish info.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Alex. Good video. T-Roll. Close this out, brother.
History repeats itself, bro. So I can't fault anybody for taking the original concept and remixing it, bro. Just like I said earlier, Amazon, one of the biggest companies in the world, they literally copied eBay, bro.
Yeah.
eBay was out first, but the only thing that makes them different is the way that they operate.
You reached the end of another video, man. If you made it this far, man, you're a real one, man. We can't do none of this without y'all, man. Y'all already know, man, we love y'all. We're grateful for y'all, man. Go ahead and run up these videos, man. We gonna see y'all in the next one. We out.